Mafia, are you ready?
No! He said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
Welcome, everybody, to Brotherly Love Wrestling. And on our show today, we have two guests, a tag team, obviously local. And it really took us by surprise to find out their name and the connection, apparently. This is Brotherly Love. We have Ricky Dawkins, Kliff Klepto. Wow, I could say that. Klepto. Sorry about that. Guys, welcome to Brotherly Love Wrestling.
Yeah,
and,
go Birds. Go Birds. Thank you for having us on.
We love the name, obviously, for obvious reasons. And how'd you guys get into wrestling? What, like, all the normal stuff? Catch everybody up, introduce yourselves.
Well, first off, I'm Ricky Dawkins.
I'm Kliff Klepto. I mean, I think the name speaks for itself. So
yeah, we're just two young Philly guys that just trying to make a name for ourselves now and show the rest of the world what brotherly love is about in more than just one sense, you know.
And not only that, we're bringing Philly worldwide, baby.
Yeah. I'm tired of, I got the whiz right here. I'm tired of whiz not being everywhere else. So that's no, wrestling wise though, I was always, a fan growing up, big fan of
All right.
old
So
school.
I feel like there's an age gap here. What was your growing up wrestling? I have to ask.
I ECW. Yeah.
Okay, so no gap.
Yeah, I was 97, so like I was a little bit younger, but
There was still a gap.
Okay, a
still
little
a
bit.
gap. Yeah.
ECW because it was local, and it was. I mean, it wasn't as easily accessible as people might think it is, but you'd have to be from the area. It's not like
Yeah.
What was that fucking channel it was on? I'm too old for this.
Yeah, I can't. I know what you're talking about, though. It was on late at night.
You got it on like local TV late at night. So, is that what you guys? Is that what you guys strive for, like an ECW hardcore feel, or is it more of a different style?
It's kind of a mix, I think, for both of us.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're pretty versatile in either or. I mean, so far we really haven't had the opportunity to show what we can do with weapons and whatnot, but I feel like very soon we can.
All right, so guys, obviously you said about being from the city. With being from Philadelphia, with being professional wrestlers, the one thing about the city that has changed for the wrestling business in general is there's not a lot of small companies in the city or around the city anymore. You had Shakara that went under. You have Camp Leapfrog, which was kind of local, but you have a lot in Jersey as Philly wrestlers. Is it important to you to try and get to that level just to rep the city? You know what I mean? And show that, yeah, we have professional wrestlers. We can bring this professional wrestling back to prominence in the city as well.
So if real quick, this is actually what's interesting about us and unique. We right now are technically not Philadelphia wrestlers. We're Pittsburgh wrestlers. That's where we are currently located. That's where Yeah.
The Manny brothers, get the
no,
fuck
hell
out
no.
of here.
No. So if you want to know the story of how we met is we're both from Philly. Me and Kliff didn't know each other when we lived in Philly.
Okay.
We met out here in Pittsburgh. We were both sent to a juvenile center, and that's how me and Kliff Klepto met. So when we got out, we were from in this area, and we just decided we knew each other now, and we both liked wrestling, so we said let's do it. And then
to be honest, I really hated this guy. So
yeah. Yeah, we didn't like each other when we first met each other and knew each other. And then here we are, brotherly love. So the name means a lot to us in more than just one way, but we want opportunities like this. Like I said, we're so new, only 8 months in, so we want the opportunity to try to come and network out in Philadelphia and meet different companies to explore. We've honestly only worked at 4 other companies so far. We're just so new, you make the cold calls, sometimes you don't get answers, sometimes they say come, you make a road trip and you still don't get booked, you go ring crew. So we're just trying to progress this idea, but it's been working very well at one of the bigger popular companies, IWC, here in Pittsburgh. So that technically has been our home company of wrestling, but we're taking somehow we've made it, people love the idea. People are starting to love the whiz. So getting the idea out there is our goal, and trying to get more locally here on year 2 coming up for us.
You got fucking soft pretzels out there?
Dude, they ain't got nothing here, dude. No hoagies. Listen. So our first show before we even debuted on as
hoagies. What do they eat?
It's subs. And
they're not hoagies.
Yeah. It's
fries on a sandwich. What is that, dude? What is that?
Come on, man. It's like they're fucking over in Rutgers. They do all that crazy shit.
Yeah, it's a mess. Before we even debuted a match, we sold cheesesteaks to the audience, and I got all my Amoroso rolls. I got the meat delivered from Philly, like all the shit, and really we just cooked cheesesteaks and sold them, and that's kind of how we.
That is awesome.
That's an ingenious way to get invited back to a show.
Yes.
Yeah.
That also shows that you got the balls to fucking shell out some money to fucking do something for the promotion. That's very. Philadelphia's got the most creative fucking people. I tell you.
Yes.
I'm gonna be tooting that horn a lot, so don't fucking.
We're the same.
And not to mention that was when Bill Alfonso was there. He was trying to help us set up.
Yeah,
like, absolutely not. Don't lift a finger, sir.
that shit was insane. Yeah, first, it's our first show ever, and Fonzie's at our show booked with Matt Justice, and Fonzie's like, I hear someone in the back, like we're unloading the car. He goes, "You guys need some help?" I turn around, and it's fucking Fonzie. I'm like, "Yo, what?" I'm like, "No, I'm cool." Yeah, I was like, "Yo, sir, nice to meet you. I got a box of fucking Amoroso rolls in my hand." Yeah.
Dude, everyone probably got real excited. They're probably like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm surprised they let you go out and give them to the fans. I'm surprised you didn't get mugged backstage.
Exactly. No, everyone said it was the best cheesesteak they've ever eaten. I was like,
naturally. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I was like, it ain't. I just get it from Philly. I ain't. That's it.
Simplicity is key for a cheesesteak. Everyone tries to fucking doctor it up with shit. It's literally steak, cheese, onions if you want, and a fresh roll. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. People try to people have fucked it up.
Yeah, that's the bread too. There's no bread close to it out here. It's not even. It's a joke.
That's surprising. I had more faith in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. It's not just it's anywhere. I swear.
You guys get in touch with us, and we'll ship you out some fucking soft pretzels if you want to fucking.
Yes, absolutely.
Just don't eat them all.
You'll see me selling them to the fans.
There you go.
That's what I want to see.
We'll
be a fucking local connection. We'll fucking ship you out some shit.
Yeah. We'll just be the Philly before our matches instead of a merch table. It's a soft pretzel and fucking perfect.
Makes sense to me.
It's a winner in my book. We brotherly love supplying brotherly love.
Dude, talk about stock.
Stonks.
So you guys just said that, what you said, 8 months you've been in, right?
Yeah.
That which, I mean, obviously you very new to the business and still cutting your teeth, obviously. What is it like to, like you said, you made the decision, become a tag team and get into wrestling. How daunting of a task is it to take your first bump, to try and get all this stuff down, the psychology, everything that goes into it, and just going through it, especially because you guys are so fresh in your mind.
I mean, I've been getting my ass beat most of my life, so I'm pretty used to taking the bumps and whatnot. So I felt like that came easy, but definitely the psychology and whatnot. That's I feel like I'm learning new stuff every day.
So what? All right, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, for me, I was used to roughing up some Cowboys fans. So by the time I got into wrestling, I was used to taking some hits. But honestly, our trainer was really just well with the psychology part. Some of the things he was able to teach us, the small detail that just made things so much smoother. I mean, we still have so much more to work on, clearly, but it really was just a giant help to get that start.
What's the biggest thing that you take away, like so new? Like, what's that one thing that sticks with you that you get run into your head over and over again?
For me, it's just the fact that people are starting to understand what brotherly love can mean, again, in more sense than one. And like the fans, like how much they're into it so far. And it's just, that's what it is for me. I just, that's who you're really doing it for too. You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff with me.
Same answer.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think you nailed it right on the head. A lot of this just comes down, they're paying the tickets to see you. So I mean, if they don't like you and they're supposed to like you, I feel like we've managed to find a way to bring, because everybody in Pittsburgh hates Philly. So bring in Philly here was that was a daunting task, but I feel like people are warming up to the idea of Philadelphia.
I was gonna ask,
Wait, you guys are good guys?
Yeah, are you heels? Are you your baby faces?
Baby face as hell.
You're from Philly, wrestling in Pittsburgh, and you don't get booed.
We give people whiz facials and feed them cheesesteaks.
I mean, look.
Yeah. I've got,
Wow.
every show so far.
I mean, I know what the title of this episode is already going to be. That solidifies it. The one with whiz facials for sure.
Yeah.
We get the occasional, Philly sucks or here we go Steelers, but I mean, for the most part, people are behind it. They love the whiz. You know what I mean?
Look,
it's
surprising. I'm surprised.
You're surprised
that a bunch of Pittsburgh people are gonna cheer a bunch of people from Philly.
I mean, we had it done. We had it in Ohio too. Like we went to Ohio that was our only place we worked out of state, and everyone was.
I feel like Ohio. That I can understand, but like Pittsburgh, that's big.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But are the wrestling fans like diehard sports fans? Or are they more diehard wrestling fans? The ones that you run, because if you're doing your job right, they can look past that you're from Philly. At least they should be able to.
Yeah, I see what you mean. There are diehard wrestling fans without a doubt, but a lot of them, they're from Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, like Philly, I will admit, they got that blue collar diehard fan. So there's a lot of them out here, especially just Steelers. You don't hear none of them talk about the Pirates. They don't like to talk about that, obviously.
No, that's always skipped over. Mm-hmm. Every conversation. They love to bring up the Flyers, but never want to talk about the Pirates.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Fuck Sidney Crosby.
We need like one of those air horn buttons because that's it.
So you guys said how long you been in Pittsburgh? You've been in Pittsburgh the whole time, right? Training?
Yeah, when we started COVID year. That's when I kind of got weird. Like we were from the area around there, and then COVID, we missed the spring class that started that training session in the spring, but it shut them down. COVID shut them down, and I was blowing up the owner of IWC, just saying, "Yo, when are you getting started again? When are you getting started?" And once they said, all right, we're back up and running, which IWC was one of the first companies, honestly, I think, out of everyone that really started running not only anything, but they were running wrestling shows. We did a drive-in show where people pulled up their cars, and then we did a show at a ballpark because we couldn't do nothing indoors. So
yeah, a bunch of outdoor shows. Shout out to Justin Plummer for that one.
Yeah. But that's when we got started, was 2020. And then like I said, August, we started in, I think, late, like July of 2020, and then August was our debut this past year.
All right. So is it anything like your expectations? Like, I don't know what your expectations were getting into the wrestling business, but does it live up to, or is it completely like mind blowing to what you had anticipated?
For me, stereotypically, yes, but then you get in and see how much in detail it really is. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's definitely a crazy business. Tell you that, but
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, to say the least. I mean, I honestly didn't know really what to expect when we started, but like I said earlier, I mean, you just learn stuff every day. You know, you just pick up little things every day. You know, watching tape, getting in the ring. I mean, we've been in the ring with some good guys so far, and I think they've been able to help us learn a lot.
Yeah, definitely shout out to the guys that we've shared the ring with so far.
Now, how is the reception? I'm sorry, Joe. The reception from like the veteran wrestlers that are in the locker room, because the notorious thing about the 80s, 90s, early 2000s was with younger wrestlers, obviously, it was always vets, you know what I mean? Kind of push off the young guys, kind of stunt them a little bit, but the culture in professional wrestling has seemed to change from what people say, and the locker rooms are a lot different now. So how has the older, more tenured wrestlers been to you guys who are so new and trying to cut your teeth?
If this was 20 years ago, we would have got spit on and kicked in the dick. and fucking it wouldn't have worked. But we kind of get that now, but people don't physically do it. No, a lot. I think what changed, what I think changed, I don't know. Obviously, I wasn't around 20 years ago in the business. What I think changes, a lot of the vets these days are like under 30 years old. So they're more, I think it's becoming a lot younger, and people are taking leadership that are younger. Compared to back in the day, the vets just brushed people off, and that's what, they didn't care about. And a lot of them didn't care to lead. I think the business has a lot of leaders now.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we got some pushback at first, not everybody really got what we were trying to do, and especially in Pittsburgh of all places. But I think the vets we've come across so far have been really helpful in just not only like our training, our psychology, like the moves and whatever, but even like just lifting you up, when maybe you missed whatever. I think the vets like we've been in contact with anyway have been very helpful.
Now, is this the first choice on quote unquote gimmick, or did you guys test run a bunch of things and this is what stuck, or was just always it?
This ain't a gimmick, baby. This is real life. So we just go out there as ourselves. So
basically, yeah.
We were just like, this is it. This is what you get from day one. This is what we're doing. And they kind of had no choice because we were relentless.
Yeah, in the beginning, it was like, stop it. Like, you're a leprechaun and you belong in a trailer park. And like, and then like, well, it just kind of, we were like, no, brotherly love, and Cliff and Ricky. And then it just everyone stuck on.
Now, let me ask you this, because you said that, as far as insulting and going at you guys, anyone ever say Jay and Silent Bob?
Dude,
immediately, the first thing.
Okay.
The first
we
thing.
walked into training, and that was our nickname. They're like, Jay and Silent Bob. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you at least make it interesting and sing the fucking "Who Smokes the Blunts"?
No, but I wish I would have. I wish I could go back and do it now. That's funny.
Because you would have really been stuck with that. I don't think you would have been able to have the brotherly love gimmick. I think they would have made you be.
Yeah. No, that was one of the first early things. As soon as we said, we want to be like brotherly love, they're like, all right, Jay and Silent Bob, we lost our shit. Yeah, that's super funny. I also got Danny DeVito because I'm short, and I got the Italian in me.
Not forget the Simba and Pumbaa, the whatever, the lion.
Timon and Pumbaa?
Yeah. That's what we get all the time. The human number 10, you know.
Yeah. You know what we say to him? You know what we say, Cliff, what do we say to him?
Dude, we're undefeated, baby.
3-0.
The human
So
number
is
10
anyone-
got me. Sorry.
Yeah. How's it going? So is anyone like when you say that you go out as yourselves, like you still have to work on character work as a wrestler. Now, what are some of the tips or what are some of the things that you've learned? Like you could be yourself, but what else do you have to add to it?
So at first, like, I mean, not necessarily. So we had, I think what graced us is our company started a YouTube series, or at least, was trying to build a YouTube page, YouTube series for like the younger guys coming up through the school and stuff, just to get matches in. So we technically debuted on the YouTube series where like the diehard fans who really paid attention were watching, not many, but some of them. So we kind of were able to not have to go in front of a live crowd and then work on that character. And I think that just helped us be ready for our debut. And I was, our debut, I could speak for him too. I didn't eat for like 24 hours. I'm nervous as shit. I'm like, oh my God, we're going. Cause like, like I said, we're brotherly love. Like, is this going to work? And then the second we stepped through that curtain, it was just like, oh, I'm from Philly. Like I'm going to take this. Like, and then it just sparked that. What we're learning is how to be not only that, character ourselves, but to, you have to think about wrestling at the same time. I think the first few times we were so busy being that character, we were just getting our asses whooped and thrown around 8 feet in the air. We actually faced a dude, shout out Paxton Calloway. I think he's like 7'1".
Don't shout him out.
I won't shout him out. Yeah, but that dude's 7'1", and he just tossed us in the air. Like that shit was, yeah. But I think, that's to answer your question. I think it's coming over time, but we're getting more natural with wrestling and at the same time being able just to turn it on and be that character the whole match.
Yeah, and I think that the YouTube series gave us reps that we didn't have before. You know what I mean? We got in the ring, and the guys we actually debuted with, we had a tag match in that YouTube series. So that helped us develop a little chemistry with each other, like learn what they were gonna do and whatnot. So I think that really prepared us for our first live crowd.
They let us build up that storyline through the YouTube series and then brought it to the live show. Like the show before that, when we were selling cheesesteaks, after we were done selling cheesesteaks and went inside, the dudes like, pre-show, everyone's walking around like merch tables and shit. We just had the two dudes come and just absolutely maul us. Like they were just beating the crap out of us in front of everyone's like, what the heck, the Philly boys? And then we just had to get carried out. So, and then that's how everyone, I think, just started being like, oh my God, that's kind of how we were introduced to a live crowd, was the cheesesteaks and then getting our asses whooped by the guys we debuted with the next month.
Getting a little sympathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's like actually a really, really smart move. I mean, you just fed them
Mm-hmm.
and you got your ass kicked for it. So, I mean, if that's not a baby push, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's just, it's been a crazy 8 months, but we're really excited to, start opening, more opportunities and more doors.
Now, there are a couple promotions that run locally, mostly locally around us, and it's PWE and Pizza Party Pro Wrestling. And
I've heard of Pizza Party, yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like just from you guys describing the way you guys are, I feel like both of those type shows would be shows that you guys would flourish in, especially with the fans. Because like the fans with both those promotions are so into those events. I feel like with your personality and squirting cheese whiz in people's mouth, I feel like you guys, especially PWE, because PWE has a lot of characters.
Soft pretzel death match.
Yeah, they did. Soft pretzel death match.
Really?
I swear to God, yeah.
That's so sick. That's so sick.
But I mean, I think two promotions like that, I could definitely see you guys fitting in.
I can see them doing something in H2O too with Traymon's group.
Yeah, there you go.
They work really well with young talent too. If you were to ever come back this way, I mean, their young talent that they have, they highlight very, very well. And then
Yeah.
a lot of them get chances in other places because of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure some of their boys are out our way too.
Probably.
Yeah.
So what promotions have you been eyeing up? Like getting out of the Pittsburgh area? Like what's the next step? Like where are you making those cold calls to?
Really just, nothing crazy. Like we're not, nothing crazy for. We actually haven't really made too many cold calls to Philly yet, just because we're trying to build our page a little bit here and not, it's hard to, keep getting audience. So we're kind of taking it slow to progress and build this thing, how, we think we want to build it. But I basically just like within a 3-hour distance of Pittsburgh, like right outside, we've went out to Altoona areas, up there. We've been out in Ohio. We want to take a trip down and start ring crewing with a couple, just getting in the car and with the people that we know now, and getting down to like West Virginia and stuff, those areas, just to keep trying to, start building locally so we can keep building our, social media is huge for us. So we're trying to build that. And then also just in live crowds, get people to know us. What I've learned is wrestling fans travel so well every weekend, no matter where it is. Within it, like we have fans come from 3 hours out for our show, and then you see them in Altoona or vice versa. You know what I mean? It's so just getting to know more people and spreading brotherly love.
Very well said.
Mm-hmm.
So since there's a bunch to talk about with our city and our sports, at least
Lots, yeah.
I think we can at least gotta touch on some of that.
Yeah, go for it.
So let's start with the Phillies, because all of a
Get the
sudden we
Flyers.
have a
I don't want to talk
dangerous
about
lineup.
dangerous. I don't want to talk about the Flyers.
I don't want to talk about. I'm not even going to act like they exist. I'm good.
Phils, I mean, look. So these are our first shirts, and our design is based off of obviously the throwbacks,
Mhm.
and then so we got the brotherly love like on the powder blue.
I like it.
Our names are on the back. Yeah, dude. Oh my God, Nick and Schwarbs add into that lineup. Like, I think it's just going to come down to. I think it's going to come down to Nola. I think Nola's going to guide our season. Like, he has to be an ace level, and he has to I mean, I think Wheeler will be again back to back, but I think it's going to come down to Nola.
Dude, and not only that, James Harden is a freaking Sixer, dude. Holy
I still can't. Yeah, that's crazy too. You
That's
knew it was
crazy.
coming once Maury was here, but
yeah.
Did you really think it was coming? Even though it was Daryl Morey, did you really believe that James
he didn't
Harden
want
was
to-
going to be a Sixer?
I honestly I did not. He was a believer, but I was not.
There's something about and it's a Philadelphia mindset, I feel like, when it comes to our teams. You look at it and you go, nah, he's too big of a superstar to come here. He ain't gonna come here.
Fucking Harper.
Yeah,
Like
but
Harper.
exactly. But I mean, look, and I'll take it further back. Owens. No one ever thought Terrell Owens would ever be an
From the
Eagle.
Philly. No.
There's no way. And it's just there's a lot of those instances where you look at it like Chris Pronger for the Flyers. Never in my life. Or Peter Forsberg's another one for the Flyers.
Halliday coming.
Yeah, the four aces. Having the four with Cliff Lee and there's so many times where that gets broken, but for some reason we're so jaded as a fan base, we don't believe it can keep happening. When a guy like Harden says he'd want to play here, we're like, yeah, all right, you'll play here, sure.
They built this super team for the fucking Eagles. We did jack shit. So we have a reason to be fucking jaded.
The Vince Young dream team.
Super teams, and we've gotten fucking nothing from it.
Yeah, that was an embarrassing year. No, yeah, once I knew more. Dudes, like what it was for me is when we got rid of Butler for Ben and kept Ben Simmons instead of Jimmy Butler, because that's what it came down to. I was like, all right, he just wants to bring in Harden. Like eventually next, it wasn't going to happen that year. I was like, he's got to go somewhere else because Houston's not going to trade him to Philly.
Wow, so, you have some pretty deep faith that all the way back then you were saying, oh, we're going to get Harden. Holy God.
For sure. Once, because dude, I was like, why are we getting rid of Butler? There's no, why are we picking Jimmy Butler over Ben Simmons? Please just let Butler play the point guard and get rid of Simmons. You could have traded Simmons for, I guarantee. I mean, I know the Lakers were really pushing, and that's where AD wanted. But if AD would have wanted, or someone like that would have wanted to come to Philly, he could have easily swapped Ben at that time and a first for someone like that. But I don't know, they let Butler walk, and I was like, that doesn't make sense.
I was so fucking baffled and confused when that happened.
Yeah.
He was like, you look at the reason we're in the playoffs versus the reason we're out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
It was fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah.
The fucked up thing is 2 days before the Butler trade, I snuck into the Lids at the mall and I yanked the Butler jersey. And then fucking 2 days later, he's gone. Like,
Karma.
Are you kidding me?
Karma.
Unreal.
Klepto. You're the reason. So is fucking Yingling closer to you guys now? Is Pottsville closer than?
No, we're trying to all Philly out here. It's all we know. Fans bring us Yankees. Love it.
Huh.
I find it so odd that a Philly group is getting over in Pittsburgh.
This big. Like, all right, you can get cheered and all, but you're getting beer delivered to you and shit? Like, what? How are you getting that over?
It's the power of brotherly love.
It's the power of Yingling, baby. You know?
The power of Yingling.
Blue collar does love a Yingling, a good lager.
That's true.
That's straight.
So we like to give back a little. I don't like to talk about it like because I don't want to sound like we're bragging about it. So we just kind of do it on the low key. But we try to give back a lot to the one time like we did some profits to breast cancer awareness during that month. And we have ideas for the future once we get a little bit bigger for merch, like different things for charities and stuff like that, and helping fans, diehard fans that are in need. Just because why not? That's part of the brotherly love that we want to spread.
I think that's much. I think Philly catches a bad rap when it comes to that part of brotherly love.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 100% agree. I mean, we've been trying to, just spread positivity and, just spread brotherly love.
Until some promoter says, "Hey, I need you to hate the fans here," and then it's just like, "All right, what city are we in that we can talk shit on?"
Exactly. It could be a heel gimmick very, very easily.
If you're in Pittsburgh and they want you to do that, I mean, whiz all over those terrible tales. Fucking just wipe your ass with them.
Both meetings. He's not just talking about the cheese. Like, he wants both meetings.
No, we couldn't do that to these people out here. We're there's some good people out here, so we're just gonna keep it like that.
Sounds like they've been converted to Pittsburghians.
It sounds like that they're trying to keep their cover, and when we can click off record, we're going to hear what they really think about Pittsburgh.
Kliff, you drink your Yingling to that one?
Yeah, dude, she's cat, baby.
So you guys are both in Pittsburgh at the moment, but don't live together?
No.
No, I squat, I kind of like move around from house to house. Whatever window's unlocked, that's where I stay. You know what I mean?
You're the couch guy. All right, I got you.
I live with my woman. I know Kliff sometimes, people think they're like, wait, is that a girl? And they're like, oh no, it's just Kliff Klepto.
Kliff Klepto. Thanks, dude.
Well, guys, you have anything coming up? Any events coming up that you want to promote?
Yeah, promote everything.
Mm-hmm. Our biggest thing is, if anyone listening, follow our social medias. On the Instagram, it is at brotherly love, that like underscore 215. On Facebook, it's just brotherly love. The profile picture will be me and him on an Uncle Sam poster saying that we want you to eat a cheesesteak. So get us on there, and then just Ricky Dawkins and Kliff Klepto on Facebook as well. Watch our videos. I think they're not only funny, but you'll get a taste of Philly in all our videos, all our promos. We have a fans bring the accessory street fight. They didn't want to call it a weapons match because it is on a college campus, but fans bring the weapons match this Friday. First one, very excited for that.
At a college campus?
At
The
Pitt,
college campus, yeah.
Pitt campus. Yep,
Oh man, I can imagine the type of shit you're gonna get. You're definitely gonna get like dildos and blow up dolls.
100%. Yeah, I'm gonna leave a huge dildo welt right here.
Take Plan B to the head, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But whatever, we're excited for it. It's our first one, so we're excited for that.
Yeah, and we were sharing the ring with the Gambino brothers, and screw Vic Braun. We don't like that guy, bald freak. And then Stevie LaBelle. So I mean, I think it should be a great match. It's our first opportunity to really show our Philly style. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be swinging chairs as hard as I can.
All right, so
You might actually get like a quarter keg. Someone might bring like a fucking quarter and a half.
And it better be filled with Yingling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At a college campus, it's gonna be fucking Beast or Keystone.
Even better, we're throwing a brotherly love after party at a bar. We actually advertise it as a brotherly love after party. The drink specials are Philly related, and yes, this is again in a Pittsburgh area bar.
Trying to think of the drink names.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Try to guess them.
You got to have like a whiz wit, which is like a fucking shot or something.
I actually did it. I actually
whiz
didn't.
wit could be a car bomb.
Oh, that would have been good. I fucked up. I might add it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. If you need like crazy, stupid ideas that you'll never use again, just come hit me up.
Yep.
Dude, we might
long.
use them all the time. Shit, yeah. So we got that. And then again, if you're an outside wrestling fan, IWC is a great company. They have some of the best, talent, not only locally, but we bring in a lot of big names here in Pittsburgh. So look up IWC if you're a big wrestling fan. Just we got to shout out our home company. And then we'll just if any promoters are listening, you can reach us out at our social media. We would love any opportunity to come and just put in hard work.
We'll definitely spread the word for you.
For sure.
We'll even message a couple of them for you.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. It was great talking to you. Great meeting you. I'm sure we're going to be crossing paths a lot on social media. So thanks once again for being guests on the show. Like I said, it was great talking to you guys.
So are you selling your merch anywhere?
Yes. So we had shirts the first few runs. Shout out Cliff. He actually made them handmade, but because it is such a long and hassle process to digitize everything yourself and then actually print it on shirts, I just was like, I'm getting a big stock of brotherly love shirts in. We just need something. And so we got that, some stickers. He made some, brotherly love gym bags. So yeah, we got starting to get some merch.
Nice. So just any event, you guys will have something for everybody?
Yeah. From here on out, that's our goal for sure.
Yeah, if it's not t-shirts or bags, it's fucking cheesesteaks. So
yeah.
Even better.
One of them.
You should wrap the cheesesteak in your shirt and put it in the bag.
That's
See?
Genius. It'll wash out.
It's a 3-for-1. I mean, wrap it, not put the wrap.
Yeah, I know.
I was gonna say all my
that's how they
clothes
gotta-
have
that's how they
stains of
gotta eat
cheese whiz, so it doesn't matter. Dude.
It's authentic.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks once again. It was great talking to you. Thanks for coming on the show, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.